Hey guys, Casper here with like an end of day update because tomorrow we have the Bank of Japan coming out with their statement about rate decision. Again, is it priced in? We shall definitely see, but I think a lot of the charts is definitely at a cliffhanging moment here. We will dive through it very briefly here, and yeah, as always, I have to remember to say that again. You can follow me on the Substack and the YouTube if you want. Again, these stocks here in gold and silver most of the time. Crypto also, tech we do a lot of good stuff, I think. And yeah, Substack at uselink is where I do most of the work. You can do it on YouTube as well, but again, the it is not. I like Substack more, to be honest. So check it out there, guys. We will do an update here. We will start with oil. Again, oil had a massive breakout when we finally broke that 77. And why is that important? Basically, large wedge flag here, wedge pattern here. You can see it there, just picture perfect at the bottom, picture perfect at the top. We are breaking out, doing a very deep back test, if you can even call it a back test. You can see here, we want to zoom into the 2 hourly. So this is again, the chart is forming all the time. So we are, this right here, the 77, we've back tested it a few times. Topping pattern there, head and shoulders triggered. We have a move, a measured move potentially down to roughly 73.5 right here. If we are to add it in there, you can see that is the measured move. So that is most likely where we're going. We could overshoot. The good thing is that we're still flagging. That is, again, never a bad thing to see that we're flagging here. However, we did try to backtest the big 77, my bad. Didn't hold. We broke down. We back tested it, and then we tested it here. The long-term wedge, the 4-year long-term wedge, we back tested 2 days ago, and now we're breaking down today. And from what I've heard, is that Trump wants the Arabic countries to really lower the price of oil. So we shall see. The good thing is for oil, again, is that we have a major higher high here. So again, we could have a major high low there as well. But again, getting back into and below these two trend lines and the 77 level, that's never, it's never a good thing. Again, ideally we held there at 75. So I want to show you, um, this is silver, by the way. This is my main setup that I'm looking at right now, and this goes back roughly 3 months. This is the 2 hourly time frame. So we have that lower wedge. It starts from over here, by the way. So you have a big impulse down, and then again, if this bear flag starts to come down, right, we could actually see 28 again. By the way, I'm a bit sick here, so my voice and throat is very very bad. So if it sounds that I am sick, it is because I am sick here. But again, tomorrow we have we'll remove that. We have the decision from Bank of Japan. Let's see how it gets viewed by the people. They are set to raise 0.25%. And I think last time they did that, or was it 0.5 last time? I can't remember. Everything went to beep, right? So I think this little mini triangle here will resolve tomorrow. We break to the upside there. We need to clear, it's very precise actually. We need to clear 31. And then we have a mega rally for silver. If we start to break down here below roughly, let's call it roughly 30, breaking that bear flag, we are in for a puke down like 7% until we find, the next support here. Gold, where are you? Where are you, gold? Again, still grinding higher. Again, we are above one of the big pivotable levels here, breaking out deep back test. We lost the uptrend here today, but still overall, I mean, still looking strong. I do think until we reach all-time highs, I'm not seeing, much, risk again. When we get there, sure, I could see us, come all the way down to here at least and test that whole level here. So but gold looks good. And now the big one. Actually, it's one of the ratios that I personally think I follow a lot, and that is very, very important because it is the gold to silver ratio. It's a it's how I see it, it is like a liquidity indicator or like, major fear indicator when you have big spikes in this ratio. And I want to show you again, just to give you the idea again, that whenever we have the big spikes, again, you can see that whole breakout here. That was the global financial crisis in 2008. And again, this was in 1990. And again, over here, you had the COVID. So when you have these big moves up here, this wasn't a spike, by the way. This was, again, of course, we went a lot higher. But when we have these spikes, bad things typically happen. And why is that important? Because we are at, you know, the stepping stone, or you can see here, we are just very, very, depending on how you draw that whole thing there. I want to do like this just to don't try to confuse you. Again, we have that whole flag there. And again, we are so close to breaking out and leaving that 90 for good. And look at where we're standing as we head into, again, tomorrow's decision here. It looks really bullish. I think we could see a spike. Again, we have to wait and see, but we have had so many times, at least two, where it had the chance to actually break down, but it didn't. So here we are. In order for us to become exceptionally bullish on silver and the gold and silver miners, commodities in general, we want to trade below the uptrend here, and roughly below like 88 or so, 88, 87. At that point in time, silver is going to break out from that wedge that we looked at, and miners will go ballistic. But tomorrow, big day, big day. We will dive into, again here with the Dixie, look at where we are. Horizontal level. This is the big breakdown level back in 2022. Look at that, across there, almost touching here to there. So that is the bear market breakdown, the retest, and then you has basically gone sideways for quite a long time. And look at where we are. We are at the moment backtesting again the horizontal 107.8. And you can also see that we are breaking down from the wedge here. And you could also argue that we are topping out again. If we're going to come back into and below here, I think we're at least going to 105, but potentially lower. So very, very, very interesting data point. Not going to lie here. Platinum here, I'm still very long on, palladium. I bought that break of that wedge. My idea is that that whole head and shoulders is, going to take us to roughly 1900. Not in a straight line, obviously. That will be, again, when we come back to the neckline here, that will be, dribbling and all that. But to me, this looks like a textbook bottom. And if you zoom out, you can also have a look at this beauty here. You take the highs from over there. You can see that actually we are into a major supply and demand zone here, basically tagging it here with both the heads, the double-headed, and the shoulders. So to me, very, very good risk and reward for palladium. Platinum here looks a little bit weaker. So again, I will not go into that a whole lot, to be honest. Where is copper standing as we speak here? Okay, copper is actually looking interesting. We have 3 touches on the top there. We pulled back again. If we break here on the 4th, which will happen at 4.45-ish, I mean, we are going to go all the way up to that high there, in my opinion, roughly, a tad above $5. So very interesting here what happened for copper, and also, like a hammer candle today. What else do we have? I want to look into, do we want to take, no, we don't want to do uranium. I just did that with Borak, by the way, if I didn't mention that. The video is out free for all of you to check out his view on the uranium sector, and it was actually quite bullish, more or less across the board. There were some stocks that didn't look the best. Again, there are definitely grade A setups and D setups. Sugar here again is tagging our rail there. We expected a bounce, and we're back above the main uptrend, the yellow one here. This is one large bull flag, by the way. You can see it there. We have a lot of touches here and here. We broke down. We are back in. That's good. Now we have this red flag here that we need to resolve to the upside. When and if that's the case, we are going to rally to 28 and break out. And why do we break out? Because it is the fourth time we touch that, 60-year trend line. 60 years, more or less. I mean, that's amazing. Cool. I don't have much more. I just want to check into the rates here. Where are we standing? Quite messy, to be honest. I'm not going to dive into that. The 10-year, maybe. Nah. Cool. I will leave it at that, guys. Again, tomorrow, big day for potentially a big day for the markets with regarding to what the Bank of Japan will do. Bank of Japan. By the way, last time they did that, I think they raised rates, 0.5. That was, if I am not mistaken, that was over here. That was that puke there. So we started to drop, 15% in the QQQ. So have a great day, guys. Check out Borak. Check out, again, for subs, I've uploaded the 10, 12, 13 biggest gold miners in the world. Some of them looks absolutely amazing. They are on the Substack and on YouTube. But again, I urge you to do the Substack. It's I think it's a better platform. Have a great day, guys. Cheers. Bye.